Hello, everyone. We're here for live stream number 120. Woo woo. Now, I have a few thoughts going on today, and so I figured I'd start with the simplicity of wholehearted networking and a train moving ahead, moving forward as we are doing. And I read a quote this morning, and also one of the blocks from the Building Block Village has been speaking to me. So I kind of wanted to weave them together. So this is going to be like a conversation, a weaving conversation, which I want to tell you, I'm really grateful that you're here. I see you, Heidi, today right now. I'm grateful that you're here because you are in this pioneering thought process with me, and it gives me the opportunity to share some of my leading edge thoughts, knowing that you're with me, like on the same page already, which is very exciting. So the block that was standing out to me a ton is reciprocity. So when I was doing a lot of research a couple years ago about narcissistic abuse and CPTSD, one of the things that I always try to do is where's the bottom line here? What's most essential? What's most important? How can I prevent this from happening in the future? How can I help other people? And one of the keys seems to be, recognizing a reciprocity within a relationship. And I started thinking about the practices that we do at Joy-Based Living, the 12 practices. When we're actively living them for ourselves, we kind of reach a new level of being able to offer and receive in a much more generous way, the offering and the receiving. So let me say a little bit more about that. I came across a word the other day that I looked up in the dictionary and then came to hate the word after I looked up the antonyms for it. And that word is commodity. And I don't mind the word commodity for what it is if you're talking about objects, but I hate and abhor the idea of people being treated like commodities, as though they are there just to produce something for someone else. That is not reciprocity. And when I talk to people sometimes about reciprocity, they think that I'm talking about tit for tat. I did this for you, you do that for me, like keeping some kind of tally. Well, that's not the basis for a deep, healthy, good friendship. Reciprocity is, I know that I can trust that this person really has my best vision of myself in their mind. And they know that I feel that about them. And then what we bring to the table becomes a gift. It makes me want to cry. So here's what happened with the word commodity. I looked up the antonyms to the word commodity, and the word commodity with the synonyms was like, you're great, you're awesome, you have value. I'm making up my own words. Obviously, but this is a valuable thing. It is a commodity. And then when I looked up, the opposite of commodity was basically, you have no value and you're shit. And I was like, oh my God. And so when people are treated to behave like commodities, they don't understand what reciprocity means. And so then we have a culture that doesn't understand what reciprocity means. So I call it reciprocity. And it's one of the ways that you can assess your relationships, if it's a healthy relationship or if it's lacking in some way. You can see it if you see how easily and how fluidly the giving and receiving happens, the offering and the receiving happens. I'm going to throw one more thing on this table and see where you go with it. So I got a book the other day that has a lot of really good quotes in it, and I landed on this quote that says, "Just for today, I will be unafraid. Especially, I will not be afraid to be happy. Now, this book was written like mid-19th, like 50s, 70 years ago, 60 or 70 years ago. Just for today, I will be unafraid. Especially, I will not be afraid to be happy, to enjoy what is beautiful, to love, and to believe that those I love me. And if you think about it, for those who have done the 12 practices, isn't that what we're doing in those 12 practices? Unafraid to recognize my own value, unafraid to recognize and honor your value, willing to practice commitment and loyalty to the very best in each of us. And that's why I lifted these up in the beginning, because when I thought about these other pieces, these two felt really, really right. Like, that's what we do at Wholehearted Networking. We know that when we get on the phone or on Zoom with someone else who is on that same page, who's practiced the practices, who's shown up and has received and given a gaze of kindness, a gaze of acceptance, a gaze of wholeheartedness among each other. That's the basis for reciprocity. And that is one of the greatest gifts of all. So again, thank you for being here with me. This wouldn't be happening without you. This is a collaborative conversation. Keep tuning into your own heart. Keep tuning into what's most important to you. And the self-reflection question here is, let's see, how do you feel about the words commodity and reciprocity? It's a dictionary day. How do you feel about the words commodity and reciprocity? It's a strange question, but hey, we do open-ended conversations here. So please share that at Patreon so we can see your answers, and I appreciate you and thank you for being here. And I will see you tomorrow, and we'll see how the timing goes tomorrow because I have a few things going on. Mwah! Love you.